Hello, welcome back to a new video on the Brandon Lee page. In this video I've been going over some of my photographs relating to a trip that I went on last year to Hong Kong and Japan. But it's the Hong Kong trip that's more relevant for this video, as it's got a huge connection to their most favourite son, which was Bruce Lee. And while I was there, I was able to locate the Hong Kong Heritage Museum, the Bruce Lee Kung Fu Art Life exhibition, which is this book here, which is a really nice quality book, which was given out when you turn up, and it has many photos in there from the Bruce Lee exhibition. Unfortunately, you weren't allowed to take photos in there to do with security reasons, but you have this book with a lot of rare photos of original artifacts that belonged to Bruce Lee or that were very personal to him. For example, you have one of his shirts, and then you have a notebook here which is his cha-cha steps, his 82 steps, his dancing routines, which was absolutely amazing to see. This is probably as close as you'll ever get to the man, basically, to Bruce Lee. But the exhibition was absolutely amazing. But not just his own personal items, it also showed his film-related items, such as the yellow catsuit that he wore from Game of Death, to his coat from Enter the Dragon, one of his Kung Fu outfits, which I'll go through some of that in more detail in a minute. But there are his glasses there, as he also had very bad eyesight, so he wore contact lenses for films, or for his films, or public appearances. But when I got there to the exhibition, you had like this huge banner. You go up the escalators, and then it's like a huge banner at the top along the corridor, and you got the Bruce Lee Kung Fu Art Life exhibition, and then you had this one here, massive headshot of Bruce Lee with me stood proudly next to him. And then and just before you go in, actually, you have a huge statue of Bruce Lee. Really impressive statue of Bruce Lee, and everyone was there wanting their photos taken with him. But really impressive statue, amazing detail. And there's a picture of me stood with the Bruce Lee statue. But a lot of these photos are on my page, but it's just nice to talk about them and go over them in a bit more detail. But you first, when you enter through the exhibition, you have a huge glass section, which is like a recreation scene from Enter the Dragon, which is the last scene where Bruce Lee and Han battle out in the Hall of Mirrors, and it was really impressive. It's a great shame I couldn't take a photo of that. But I've got the memories, and I've got the booklet to remind myself what I saw that day. But basically you explore the journey of this legendary martial artist through exposure to Bruce Lee's personal writings, costumes, library collection, training equipment. And then just going over roughly on some of the items that I've spoken about, you have the notebook, which was amazing, all handwritten steps on his cha-cha dancing steps, 82 steps. His letters, all handwritten and signed by Bruce Lee. You have clothing such as his winter coats, his suits, his jogging bottoms, his training trainers, and his shoes, very 70s style, high heels. And you had his black boots that he wore in the Bruce Lee Fighting Method books, and all the photographs of those. So if you've got those books, you'll understand what I'm going on about. He wears black boxing boots, which I think they're boxing boots, and it was absolutely amazing to see that. And then you had a miniature gravestone. I'm not sure if I can find it in here. Oh yeah, here we go. So you have on this page, there you go, there's the boots, and a photo of Bruce Lee there. And there's the miniature tombstone, or gravestone, which he had made for him. If I can just read this out. Excuse me. You have Bruce Lee considered the theories, rules and manoeuvres of traditional martial arts schools and styles as shackles moving in the opposite direction. His martial arts philosophy advanced honest expression of oneself. When he was filming The Green Hornet, Bruce wrote to his close friend George Lee to ask him to help in creating the miniature gravestone, which he wanted to use as a symbol for traditional martial arts followers in their complacency. The traditionalists were approaching a dead end where growth and the martial arts disciplines would be completely choked. And on the headstone he's put in memory of a once fluid man crammed and distorted by the classical mess. So yeah, you have the little tombstone that was made there for him, or headstone. So that's very much to do with his philosophy in the martial arts, on what he believed. And then just on from that, you have he had his canvas fighting bags, his nunchucks, his mask, and the dart that he used as the Kato character from The Green Hornet. He had his eyeglasses as well as his sunglasses, which were also a prescription for him because of his bad eyesight. And he used, again, like I said earlier, he used contact lenses for shoots, film shoots or public appearances. He had the white long sleeve shirt with the BL, which was embroidered on the chest pocket, which was one of his favourite shirts. And then this is interesting, he also had drawings from fight scenes in the film Enter the Dragon, which was absolutely amazing to see that. All little sort of stick digits, absolutely incredible. And the Kung Fu costume Bruce wore in Enter the Dragon, amazing to see that. And also you had the villain clawed hand from Enter the Dragon, which was amazing. And also Bruce Lee's weightlifting equipment, which was surreal to see because some of the weights were huge. It just goes to show that the level of training that he was going for, which was pretty impressive. And it just goes to show that he was well ahead of his time for fitness and martial arts in general. And there's a lot of family photos that were on display with Linda, his wife, and his son Brandon, daughter Shannon. And seeing these photos was amazing, but was also very sad, as you know, that there's only 2 members of the family that are still alive. Then there's displays of Bruce Lee's film posters, along with front of house or lobby cards, all original, that were displayed in the theatres at the time of when the films came out for release. And it was just a really great experience overall. But if there was another exhibition to come up again, then I would definitely recommend it to anybody if they were able to take that trip to do that, if they were a huge Bruce Lee fan. And then just on from that, I was able to locate the house where Bruce Lee lived in Kowloon Tong, which was 41 Cumberland Road. I took a photo of the the street, of the road sign there, and then I can just find some of these photos. There we go. It's a really sad state at the moment. It's not lived in, it's just left completely empty. There's me just stood outside the gates, and there's the driveway leading up to his home. And there's me stood outside again, number 41. And then I was able to do like these cut-out images of Bruce Lee and me stood outside his house, which I thought was pretty cool, and it's just something a little bit different or unusual to do. And then I had these few photos which would have been at the time, so that's actually the driveway there, and there's a shot there of Bruce Lee. I don't know whether he's just getting in or getting out his car there, but a really, really impressive shot from the inside there, and you can see it's the same shot there because you've got a shot there of Brandon Lee from inside the gates and the grounds, and then an old black and white photo there of the house, what it used to be, what it used to look like. So really, really nice to locate his home and find all that connection. And then you have the Garden of Stars, where I went to. There's a sign there, the Garden of Stars, of Bruce Lee's image. And then there's a shot there of me stood by Bruce Lee, which is the other statue in the Garden of Stars, amongst other famous Hong Kong movie stars. And a close-up shot there. Which is a really, really great day. And then just before I came home at the airport, I was able to get hold of this, which is a little statue of Bruce Lee from the Garden of Stars. It was absolutely awesome. Really love this piece. It's got on there Star of the Century, and you can see he's like their main hero there in Hong Kong. He's like their main figure in Hong Kong, I think, and it's just really amazing to see that he's remembered, and he's got a statue back in Hong Kong where he came from. So really, really great. But yeah, so that's it for this video, and I hope to try and do more at a later date. But yeah, so happy collecting. Thank you very much. Bye.